What would you say people or farm customers tend to be looking for from new combines?
Basically looking for performance, output and quality of straw. Straw is a big issue now with obviously the price of it this year, straw quality coming out of the combines.
It's a new Sisu 7-cylinder engine that we've got now. It's boosted up to 500 horsepower, but it's a fuel saving that we're very conservative on at the moment of about 10%, but we're expecting that to climb as we get telemetry data back over the next sort of coming month or so.
Because the Delta is running on Tier 2 engine and we're using AdBlue, the engine hasn't got to run at higher temperatures to burn the gases. So we're running at a lower temperature with the AdBlue being injected in for the fuel emissions.
Well, the main reason for the AdBlue is it's selective catalytic reduction, and what it does, it means we can actually reduce the fuel injected into the engine down to a Tier 2 engine, but actually deal with the emissions afterwards in the injection port on the exhaust.
So, can you tell me how you find the new Delta to drive?
It's a very comfortable combine to drive. Everything falls to hand easily. The main controls are on the joystick for your forward, reverse and your forward speed, along with all your reel controls, unloading, etc. The data vision screen is fairly self-explanatory. What it says on the screen is what you've actually got. If you touch the screen, you can alter the figures and the settings on the screen. The Topcon system takes away the steering problem. You know, you're not having to worry about steering the combine in a straight line, so you can leave the cab a lot more refreshed and not feeling tired at the end of the day. So no, it's a nice machine.
Obviously with the power flow table, which has been set there, it's a good benchmark to work on for other headers. Now we're filling up the back now with this hybrid combine with the rotary system. Very good samples coming out of the combine, straw quality very good, and obviously output because we're running obviously at a lower temperature as well and using less fuel.
The power flow belt actually enables us to draw material away from the knife underneath the auger, which gives us consistent feed, which actually inherently increases the performance of the combine.
So on the first screen here we have forward speed, cylinder speed, cut height control, which is showing the height of your header at the front, capacity, which is gives you an average and your spot rate, the amount of fuel left in the fuel tank, engine load, losses coming up for the rotor and for the sieves, and then a yield again with an average and a spot rate. If we press next, it takes us onto the Harvest 2 screen where we have speed again at the top, fan speed, rotor speed, tonnage in the grain tank, sieve settings, cut height control again, cylinder load, grain moisture. These can be altered simply by touching whichever one you require, selecting a different thing, and that will then come up on the screen instead.
Well, with the fuel efficiency, it means as it's a Tier 2 engine, we don't need to inject as much fuel into it to actually burn to reduce the emissions. So what we can do, we inject less fuel, therefore we can adapt with the AdBlue, which is cheaper.
The AdBlue system, fuel economy has been very good. Figures have been very pleased with them. A lot of people have been sort of worried about the cost of AdBlue as an extra thing, but when you actually work it out, the AdBlue isn't that expensive to put on. For the fuel economy, the fuel you're saving, the cost of the AdBlue is fairly minimal compared to what the cost of fuel you're saving. So no, it is very good.
As a dealership, we have now got a full range of combines to push, starting off with the Activa at a 5 straw walker model, going through to the Beta at 6, the Centura at 8 straw walker, and then we've got the Delta, the hybrid, which is the rotary combine.